We are back in action on the house. Today we're going to be putting up some new rafters. We're not taking down the existing roof. We're just going to be adding basically a new roof line. The goal is to get some good 24 on center rafters in place, deep enough for R30 insulation, and then also have a smooth, nice plane for the finish work to look nice and not all wavy and funky. So we're going to be working kind of in the dark. We have a nice big thunderstorm, lightning and thunderstorm rolling in right above us, and yeah, it'll be a fun day. So right now I think you're measuring out your...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out where to put the layout for the rafters, because we have a lot of this stuff in the way. So we got a notch, you know, so it'll sit on top of this wall. It needs to go back 3.5 inches. So I'm trying to decide where to put them so it'll be the least amount of work for us to cut some of this old stuff out and set them.
Yeah.
But if you want them right beside these...
No, we're just gonna lay them 24 in center, however that lays.
Okay. So I'll go down through here and get figured out to where we could, you know, some of them have 3 blocks, maybe we'll put it here. So we don't have to fight all that stuff. Of course, their old stuff is kind of random.
Yep.
So we'll just have to pick a spot and go with it. That's all we can do. That's what I'm looking at now. I gotta cut this one out of the way because it's hitting, the string's hitting. This is gonna be our ceiling height right where it meets.
Yep.
Comes down, and these will vary a little bit down through here, but so I gotta get this string right where nothing's hitting, because when we measure our rafters, we'll measure to the string and then do these notches individually down through here. And then I gotta set the string on that side and we'll be ready to go. When you get down to this end of the wall, this is mark right here is going to be the back side of the rafter, and this block right here is in the way. You need to cut that back to the end of the plate for about 3.5 inches. Just this block right there. I don't know if you can see it from down there.
Yep.
That way I can notch that cut to make it sit right there. I think that's going to be the only one in the way as of right now.
Do you want to do a quick walkthrough of what you've been working on here?
Sure. You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Fine. Well, we knew we had to have a 5.5 inch pocket up there underneath the beam for load bearing. So we had to fur this wall out. So we decided just to change it to instead of just adding 2 inches, we just went 3.5. And what I did, I squared, we know that wall, we're kind of using that as our main wall. So I squared this 2x4 here with that wall and shot it out across there. And then, so our first rafter will start on this side of the wall up top. So when we stud up, this rafter will be down like that, and we just run the studs up and nail them to the rafter and get them straight. And then I've also got the string lines up at our, we got it pulled down right now, but this string line right here will keep the rafter straight all the way across.
The bottom of
the rafter. So all that'll be level with the floor, because that's still a little wavy. And then I come over here and I did my math to get the roof pitch angle I basically took the height difference between the top of the LVL from the top of the wall, which is 36 inches, which is what we call our rise. And then I figured out the room is 21 foot 1.5 string to string. And then you take out 3.5 inches of depth for the LVL, which is 20 foot 10. You divide that by 2 for each side of the room. So that gives you a 36 inch rise, a 10 foot 5 run, which equals out to 3 7/16 pitch, which is basically the rafters rise 3 7/16 every 12 inches on a horizontal plane, and or works out on the speed square at 16-degree cut. Smiley face. So yeah, we're almost ready. We get that cleaned out, we can start measuring and cutting a few rafters and seeing how it's gonna go. This is the back side of the first rafter. The rafter sits on this side. I don't know if you can see it all, but I'll go get that marker out of the truck. It's hard to, so much glue and stuff on that, it's hard to mark on it. So yeah, we get that cleaned up and then we're ready to get some rafters in and do a trial run on one, and I'll make a pattern. We're ready to go.
While Jim was working on that, nice hat, huh? I was working on getting, I don't know what they were called, but they were braces that went from the trusses, or from the rafters down to the ceiling joists. Removed all those, and then some of the ceiling joists that we cut out, they had excess pieces. The ends were sticking out beyond this wall right here. So I had to go and cut those pieces out, so that way we can have a smooth wall go all the way up and not have anything in our way.
What you think? Ain't bad for a big old beam.
I got it, Dave. Okay? I'm okay, yeah.
And we want to go back about 4 inches to sit on that wall. Just bring that pattern to there, so we can make sure I don't cut that. Okay, we'll try it.
Now that we have this one in, it gives me a better visual of how the new roof line is going to lay, because the bottom of that new rafter we just put in is going to be the height of the ceiling. And so as I was putting it in and we took a step back, Jim could see that I was looking at it like, not so sure. So we're going to make a change, and I'll explain really quick what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So this here is flush at the top, and then it hangs down the 5.5 or 6 inches or whatever it is. What is it? 6? These are 2x8s.
They're 2x8s on that angle, or about 7.5.
All right,
8 inches.
so that's 7.5 inches down. What we're gonna do is make it so these have 3.5 inches on the beam, and then a bird's mouth at the top, essentially raising this a few more inches up to give us a little bit more steep of an angle, a little bit higher in the center here, almost matching the roof, the existing roof line, but it'll still drop down a little bit to give us that insulation pocket. And so anyway, we're gonna regroup, cut up a different template, and rehang this one.
We know the beam is flat,
Yeah.
so all I gotta do is make that bird mouth all the same, and it'll just sit there.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll measure from, still take out, that's what we'll do.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that'd be a whole lot easier.
I just made his job easier.
Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Okay, that's 7 inches. I'm gonna try to give you all I can. I'd probably be okay with 2. What if we just make this bird mouth here 2 inches to lock this in place? That'll give you an extra inch ceiling height. And that'll give enough to lock this beam, that bird mouth.
How much will be exposed on the bottom? Not exposed, but yeah, what, 4 inches?
You'll have 2 inches here.
2 inches at,
That gives you the top of your perspective to make a mark. The top of your rafters about right there.
so there's only gonna be 2 inches locking your beam in.
2 instead of 3.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Yeah. I'll be fine with that.
all right, so that really raises it up.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll make it a lot closer to this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know it's only an inch, but the main thing is to lock this beam in, and it'll still lock it in.
Yeah. Cool,
I'm happy with that.
great.
Okay. It's because of the waves in the wall.
Right, oh, yeah, because, yes,
So I've got to make stuff fit to this wall. Because this wall's still a little bit out.
Yep.
So I got to make it right with the string. Each one of these ends still have to be individually cut. But I mean, that's fine. It's no big deal. See, instead of that, it'll look more like that. But I know we're going to have to notch some of this out of the tops.
yep,
Because it's different all down through there where the old stuff is. So
yep,
I say we go with that.
yep.
That should work everywhere. Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll look more like that.
Yep.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I like it. Leave 3 3/4 of meat. That'll come back 1 inch. 1 inch. Got that. Notch that out. That's the standard. Crisscrossing the rafter again because these old rafters are running real bad angles. See, I'm on this side at the bottom and I'm on that side at the top. You know, we had to offset one earlier, so it looks like I'm just going to offset the bottom and let that one be. That's about all we can do with it. Welcome to our world.
So what we just decided to do, Nate had a brilliant idea.
It was a good one, I'll admit it.
So you can either do 16 on centers or 24 on centers. We've been doing 16 on centers this entire roof line. We're gonna actually have one pocket at 24 on center because that'll get us,
Yep, that'll get us to this side of it.
yep, get us to the side of that rafter on both the top and the bottom. So we'll have one little area that 24 on center will be in place, but that allows me to have a 24-inch insulation batt go right into that without having to cut weird insulation bats to fit, and then it'll look better because we won't have one rafter that's just askew. So that's what we're gonna do.
Go.
Oh, Jim, this is just awesome.
That's a pretty good challenge, Dave.
You did all the hard work on all those cuts and angles and bird mouths and.
Oh yeah, because each rafter had to have a different cut.
Yeah.
Because of the way the walls are. You'll have the same wall height. Everything's square plumb, and so when you cover it all up, it looked like brand new from in here.
Just through the camera, it looks uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. So let's get these supports out of here.
Look out! That's from above.
Yeah.
what we've been working for.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is awesome.
I like it.
I like it too. Oh man. Woo!
Fun project.
Woo! We now have 16 on center new rafters. Those rafters are going to hold our finished ceiling. The existing rafters and the existing roof structure still in place. That holds the metal and the roof deck outside. We have the new rafters are same slope on both sides. They are a nice level or a smooth plane, so I won't have any waviness. All of the load has been transferred over to this ginormous beam. So next is a couple more, some wrapping I'm gonna do on the beam to make it a little bit wider. A couple more supporting pieces to make sure that all of those rafters are sitting truly on the new beam. Anyway, I'll explain that stuff later in a different video, but for now, we are done. And all of this is possible because of this guy right here. There's no way I would have been able to do this.
It's a pretty difficult project.
It really was.
Yeah. It's fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
Each rafter had to be cut a little bit different on the seat cuts, some of them on the top cuts, just because the old plate's wavy and this, that, and other, and pull the string down through there, and it's all on the money. I like it.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Yeah, looks good.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna get cleaned up, bring Katie in, we'll get her reaction.
It's so big.
It looks a lot bigger.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
It looks nothing like
When we bought it.
like when we bought it. It's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't look like the same place.
No, not even. Yeah, it's a very large beam.
I was just gonna say the beam is massive. It'll look good once it's wrapped though, and once we determine what we want to put on the ceiling.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you love it? Do you love it? He approves.
All right, so few remaining items to do. Actually, a lot of remaining items to do. So make sure you guys are subscribed, have that notification bell on for future videos. But still lots more to do. But we're gonna get this place fixed up, livable, and moved in before winter. That's the goal. So, yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.